Well, good morning and happy Sunday mornings with Mel. I am obviously in my garden and I spent all morning in here yesterday trying to make it perfect. And it rained, which I needed, and all of a sudden there's little weeds in it already. It's sort of like life. No matter how much attention we pay to making sure that everything is perfect, little things come up in our life that just causes stress. But these flies this morning are going to drive me nuts. Ooh, another thing that causes stress. But today I'm going to talk about unity. But before I go much further, I just want to sing the obvious song for me to sing on a morning like this. And it goes like this. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses. And the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. In my garden, got lots of green tomatoes. I've been eating green peppers, and the radishes, well, they're almost at the end. So this week I wanted to take some to my dad because he loves them. And I got distracted by my other job and didn't get them to my dad. But one thing funny about my garden, there's a certain day, a certain time of the moon that my dad wants to plant his turnips in my garden. And he doesn't find a perfect row to put them in, an available space. My dad would plant them right there or right there in the middle of a row because the ground was ready. He just likes to scatter the seeds, rake them over, and let God do the rest. And that's my dad's turnip planting. And he usually tells me about a week after he does it, when I've rototilled it at least once. But still, those turnips come up. I guess he's a better farmer than his son. Last week there was a song I was thinking after I recorded that I should have done. And it's appropriate again this morning, but it goes like this. Sowing in the morning, sowing in seeds of kindness, sowing in the noontide and the dewy eve, waiting for the harvest and the time of reaping, we shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves. Bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, we shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, we shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves. So my harvest is sort of starting, and my sweet basil is right there by the tomatoes, and I love me some caprese salad, so I can't wait for that. So I'm talking about unity, not only unity in our homes, I'm talking about how a house divided cannot stand. Sort of reminds me of the song, "The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rains came a-tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the house on the sand went splash. But the wise man built his house upon a rock." And a house united will stand. I think about my house, over 200 years old, and it's built on clay. It's built out of the bricks allegedly were made from the clay on this land. and it stood firm for over 200 years. My last song is I think one of my mom's favorites, and it goes like this. When upon life's billows you are tempest tossed, when you are discouraged, feeling all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. So, if you're looking for a place to come and be surrounded by like-minded people, or who are totally different but accept you as you are, St. John's United Church of Christ, where no matter who you are or where you are in life's journey, you are always welcome to come join us at St. John's United Church of Christ, 204 Leonard Street in South Amherst. God bless you and have a good week.